It's beginning to look a lot like what? This is one of those years when God played a cruel trick on us. He made Hanukkah and Christmas come out at the same time. Normally, one takes place before the other, so they're celebrating and we're not. We're celebrating and they're not. But this is one of those years when they come together. Since 1900, there have been only four times that the first night of Hanukkah began on Christmas Day: 2005, 1959, 1921, and 1910. The fifth takes place this year. As one newspaper article put it, that means many U.S. homes will feature both Christmas trees and menorahs in the coming week. I guess that explains why the current issue of Moment magazine, a Jewish magazine, features an article entitled Chrismukkah, as defined by a Jew who celebrates it. What that's doing in a Jewish magazine is beyond me. Chrismukkah. It seems to have gotten its impetus from a popular TV program, The OC, where one of the characters had a Protestant mother and a Jewish father. So when asked what holiday he observes in December, his reply was Chrismukkah. Chrismukkah has become a big business. It has its own website and a whole line of holiday greeting cards. I have some of them here. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. Kill two birds with one stone, or Santa with a yarmulke and Merry Hanukkah. Well, how about this brilliant one? This side up if you are a Gentile. This side up if you are a Jew. Or baby Jesus is born and it's proclaimed it's a guy. That's going to win us a lot of friends. Or here, the last one. Top five songs of Hanukkah. I Saw Bubby Kissing Zadie Claus. Have Yourself a Merry Little Bris Max. The Little Drummer Goy. Deck the Halls with Schmaltz and Challah. Now, I know I'm supposed to find this humorous, but it's really not a joke. In a sense, this is nothing new. Some years ago, I read of a service for Jewish children at this time of the year to write to Bubby and Zadie in the North Pole asking for Hanukkah gifts. Why Bubby and Zadie are in the North Pole and not Boca Raton at this time of the year is absolutely beyond me. So while all this is well-meaning, the question has to be asked, is it good for the Jews? And I would tell you, it's not good for the Jews, and it's not good for the Christians as well. It's not good for the Jews because anytime there's going to be a blending of a minority with the majority, eventually the minority is in danger of being swallowed up. That's what the story of Hanukkah is all about. Alexander the Great was steeped in the belief that the Greek way of life was suitable for all mankind to follow. Did the Jews go along with it? We sure did. We still do. So much of Greek culture has become part of Jewish tradition, starting with the name Alexander itself, which became and continues to be a popular Hebrew name. We embraced Greek culture, and we were and still are the better for it. But when the Greeks took it one step too far, when they brought their idol of Zeus into our temple, that was too much. It's one thing to embrace another culture. It's quite another to embrace another religion. It was one thing for the Greeks to worship Zeus, no problem. It's quite another for the Jews to worship Zeus. Big problem. That's where the Maccabees drew the line, and that's where I believe the line should be drawn today. The founder of the Chrismica company says, our intention wasn't to merge the religious aspects, but rather the secular aspects of the holidays. But that's the whole problem. Hanukkah is a holiday that celebrates a victory for religious liberty and freedom. Had the Maccabees lost the battle, there'd be no Judaism today. Indeed, there'd be no Christianity. In fact, until the 5th century, there was a day in the church calendar commemorating the Maccabees. Everyone understood there was nothing secular about the Maccabees' victory, and certainly it should not be celebrated in a secular way. If it is, the whole message is lost. And similarly, Christmas deserves to be celebrated by Christians for what it is, a religious holiday, not a secular one. And it deserves to be observed as a religious holiday, not a secular one. And I know many Jews get upset when they hear statements like that. But the fact of the matter is, America is not a Christian country. But an overwhelming majority of Americans are Christians. Why shouldn't Christmas be celebrated across our country? But I say it shouldn't be celebrated because it's a secular holiday. To me, that robs Christians of one of their most sacred days. The same issue of Moment magazine that speaks of the observance of Chrismica also features an article entitled, How Can Jewish Communities and Judaism Thrive in Our Tumultuous Age? One of the answers to that question might be by Jews celebrating Hanukkah and not Chrismica. Perhaps Bubby got it right in the card that I'm holding up right here. The child is asking, Bubby, why can't we have a Christmas tree? And she responds, a Christmas tree? It's Hanukkah, boy chick. We'll light the menorah, you'll spin the dreidel, and I'll make crispy latkes. You still want a tree? Go get a tree. And after the holidays, don't throw it away. Just plant it on my grave. And then you open it. Enjoy the tradition of Hanukkah. So let's put the Cha back into Hanukkah. And yes, like Christians put Christ back into Christmas. Let us not attempt to secularize our religions or to blur our religious differences. Let us learn to respect each other's religion. then there'll truly be peace on earth and goodwill to all men and women as well. A very, very happy Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom.